Alright guys, welcome back to this video, and in this video I'm basically going to go and look at a few charts and show you guys my method on how to find zones in the market for where you can get an entry in the market, a safe entry into the market where you can um, join into the momentum or the impulse would 80 to 90% of the time getting your SL to go into a sniper trade, or the market allowing you to set your SL at break even so you minimize your losses. And also we're going to take a look at some of the charts and how to find huge impulses on the daily and then bring it down to the M30, M15 or the 1 hour to find that sniper entry. All right. With that being said, let's jump into it. And this is one of the strategies that I am now using for 2023 going forward for finding sniper entries on a daily scalping method. Okay, so this is gonna help you to find sniper entries, and you're gonna see how simple and effective it is. So stay tuned, and we're gonna get into this video.
New trade zone opened. New trade zone opened. New trade zone opened.
Okay, so let's look at this chart. We have the gold chart. We are on the M30 time frame. Let me just remove the drawings here. Let me just move them to one side. Okay, and we're going to explain to you um, what I'm basically seeing on this chart. Okay, all right. So um, all right. So this is very simple, right? The method to find the sniper zones, that if you're trading on a day-to-day basis, and if you trying to find an entry into the market. Okay, so this does not work with RSI, nothing. All it uses is candle wick zones. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this area right here. So as we can see right here to the top left, okay, on the M30 we can see there is two candle wicks right there. All right, so we can see that there is a nice red um, candle down, a green candle up, and red candle down, and market had a rejection at that level. So we had a rejection at that level. Okay, so what this means is at that zone there is a lot of sell orders placed in by the banks and the market movers. So market push it down. Okay, right. So if you see that happen, and then we have a lot of red candles and market is in a bearish trend for that zone there,
New trade
right?
zone opened. New trade zone opened.
All you have to do is try and find, if market is falling, try and find where is it going to stop falling at. Okay, and the simple method to how we can find that is we then look for candle wicks to the bottom of the chart. So where's the next candle wick zone to the lower end of the chart? It's right here. Okay, so here we find some candle wicks, and here we find some candle wicks. Okay, so very simply all you got to do is get our trend line out, and we're going to draw from that green candle wick to that green candle wick, and we're going to pull it all the way across the screen. Okay, and you will see that that will give you the sniper entry for the next wave up. Okay, so that is the simple way of how I find my zones, sniper zones, using the candle wick method. Okay, um, it's very simple. And now, so that wave stopped over there, right? an order block supply. Okay, all right. So you now know how to find. Let's make this at 1. So 1, 2, and that's 3. Okay, so these are basic fundamentals. Okay, these are basic fundamentals of trading, and if you will be able to apply this analysis method, you will be able to find snapper entries in the market. Now, why did I put a line here? Okay, why did I put a line here going up and then breaking that zone? Why did I put a line going up? Okay, so what you can see here, when market came down here to the bottom trend line, broke up to the upside, right, took that supply, came back down, but we see that there was a strong resistance to fall lower. So because market did not fall lower, right, because market did not fall lower, and we have something like this going on, right, it's making a rounding pattern. Okay, and if we zoom out and look at the big picture, if we zoom out and look at the big picture, also try to see the big picture, find the zones, but also try to see the bigger picture. Okay, so where is the market going? All right, where is the market going? So if I zoom out, right, if I zoom out, you can see that we have this type of structure happening. Okay, so this is an upward flag momentum, right? And so if we line that up over here, you'll see that it kind of fits the pattern in some type of way. All right, so if you are observing market patterns and market trends, you would know that there is a
New trade zone
possibility
opened.
that if market comes back up to the zone a third time, there is a high probability and a high possibility that market would break the zone. The market would break the zone and push up higher. And so you will know that if you come down to the M15, just by looking at candle wicks, right? Just by looking at candle wicks, okay? This green candle wick right here, just by looking at that candle wick, you can see that market went up, came back down, did a retest, and again we are looking at candle wicks. So here is a candle wick, it's a bullish candle wick, right? It's an order block supply candle. Here's another candle wick right here, so that's a retest zone. That's one touch, second touch, go up, come back down, that's like a third touch. And here is the next sniper. So this is all you'll have to do is train your eyes to see these areas. Okay, now if you look what's happening from the top over here, draw another trend line from that candle wick to that candle wick, right? And you see that there is some type of snapper entry that has already occurred at that zone. Okay, so two things could happen from this point forward. Market could push down, right, to somewhere there, and then push back up, breaking that zone. All right, so again we are looking at the candle wicks. Candle wick on the top left, candle wick in the middle, and this is the third candle wick. So this gives us a clean entry into the market to do a small shorting. And based on the candle bars and the market structure, this pattern does look like it is bullish. Okay, um, we do not see but anyway, the point I'm showing you is to try and trade what you see. Okay, let's go on to the M30. All right, so I hope this method is simple enough for you to understand. All you have to do is focus on the candle wicks, right? If you can train your eyes to see the candle wicks, all right, let's go more in detail in this chart, right? While we are here on this chart, I will show you micro areas. If you look at this zone right here, here is candle wicks forming at that level, so we know that there is a resistance level at that zone. So every time market comes there, it pushes up. Market comes there, it pushes up. Market comes there, it pushes up. So what's it telling us is that there's a resistance level at that zone and we are in the candle wick zone. So there is another possible entry to put in a sniper entry. And you can see how many times, how many chances the market has given traders to take a sniper entry at that level. Okay, let's look for another zone, right? There's another zone right here. So this red wick indicating a bearish downward market trend. Okay, all you have to do was draw a block from here based on the size and of the tail of that candle. Draw a block
New trade zone
and
opened.
pull it across the screen, right? Just wait for market to come back there and then we can enter the sniper trade. And you'll see that there is another sniper entry, all right? This is just based off you looking for candle wicks in the market, okay? By the way, if there is a green candle wick, there is a 90% chance that market's going to go down and then push past it. Okay, that is an indication for a future bullish impulse for market to come back past that zone. Okay, here is another indication right here. If you look at this one, there's a green candle with tail right there, and look what the market did. It came back, market went down. Right, market went down, 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 and it came back
New trade zone
and it
opened.
passed that zone and went up. Okay, so also keep an eye out for green candle wicks in the market. There's an indication for a future impulse for market to push past up that zone. So this is another clue that gives you a sign for looking for a buy zone at the bottom. Okay, that's another clue. So this candle week gave a clue that the market's going to go down and then push up again. All right, so I hope that is simple for you to understand, and you can see how simple it is just by looking for candle wicks. If you can train your eye to find these candle wicks, you'll be able to take a lot of sniper entries into the market. So this is going to be called the zone king method. Okay, all right, and
New
this
trade zone
method can
opened.
be applied
New
to
trade zone
any time
opened.
frame. Okay, any time frame this method can be applied to. It's based on trend lines and candle wicks. Okay, trend lines and candle wicks. So now let's go on to another chart. Okay, and as you can see, like I said, market's gonna move lower and then it's going to push up. So even there where I drew that marker, if you had entered right there, if you had entered right there, it would be a sniper entry. Okay, you would be able to set your SL to set your entry to break even, and you would be completely safe.
New trade zone opened. New trade zone opened.
But like I said, you have to train your eyes every day. It's going to take you maybe 6 months to a year to train your eyes and train your mind to build the instincts and the intuition for you to be able to see stuff like this in the market. Okay, but it will be worth your time. Okay, and then all you got to do is spend 1 to 2 hours every night looking at trading view and trying to find the candle wick zones. Okay, all right, so let's go on to another chart. I want to show you another entry that was found on the daily time frame. Okay, it's this big bullish up wave right here. The market is now in a bullish uptrend on the daily time frame, right? And I will show you how this was found way before even market could even go there. All right, so how can you find snapper entries on the daily chart? Okay, very simple. Let me delete that. Let me delete this. So from 3 days ago, the daily market data only had these two green candle wicks. So based on the candle wick method, all you gotta do was pull your line out across, right? And then we know that somewhere in this area, there's gonna be a big push to the upside because that would be the third touch in that zone. All right, and once you see this happening, all you gotta do is come down to the M30 time frame or even the M15 time frame, right? And we will see that the previous candle wick again was right here. Okay, that was the previous candle wick, and then for you to perfectly find the sniper entry on this up wave, right? I'll show you the method, right? And you can use this method for any single candle wick. All you gotta do is draw a block the size of the candle wick tail, right? The size of the candle wick tail, right? The lowest candle wick tail
New trade zone opened.
is right there, right? And all you gotta do is pull this across the screen, pull this all the way across the screen, right? And then what you want to do is you will mark the lower side of the block, right? Mark the lower side of the block, okay, and then just move this block lower down to the line of that, okay, and then you will see that this will be the sniper entry for the up wave on the daily chart, okay. So this is how you will find sniper entries using candle wicks. All you have to do is take the size of the candle wick tail, right, and then move it lower. If it's a buy, move it lower, the same spacing of the candle wick, right, move it lower. If it's going to be a buy, move it lower, the same spacing of the candle wick tail, and that will give you the sniper entry for the buy, right. And then if it is going to be a sell entry, right, let's find an example of the sell entry, right. So let's look at these two candle wicks here, right. So like I said, if you want the sniper entry for the next zone when market comes back to that level, pull your square across the screen and then move it up the same spacing size as the block that you drew, that is the size of that candle wick tail, right. And if I move it up the same spacing, let me just draw this the correct sizing, and if I move it up the same spacing, you'll see that that was the next entry for the sniper entry into the market. Okay, and then let's try again for the next following week and see if that also helps us. So here again we see two red tails. We're going to draw a nice block the size of those tails, pull it all the way across, and then we're going to move it up the same spacing as those tails. And again we'll see that as soon as market goes into there, market comes back down, and this is our next sniper entry. All right. So this is how you will find sniper entries in the market using the wick, using the candle wick zones. Okay, all you have to do is train your eyes to find the candle wick zones. Okay, and you can see along that level how many wicks are in that zone. All right. So I hope you found this video helpful. And this is one of the strategies that I'm using on a daily basis to find sniper entries into the market. This does not use any type of indicators. All you got to do is train your eye to find the candle wick zones and use the block spacing of the candle wick tail like I showed you here to find where the market is going to jump and bounce off, and that is the sniper entry. Okay, so I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope you will be finding a lot of sniper entries in the market using this strategy. Okay, so basically you want to combine that strategy with the trend lines to find your sniper entry. Now here we are on the oil chart. Okay, and I've actually given this sniper entry um, in my secret group on Telegram. um, I've actually given this sniper entry on the candle wick. This is one of the trades that we took, and we can see that I called it all the way from the top all the way right to the bottom. And that was the TP for that entry. And how did I find the TP target range? Was by looking at this injunction right here, and this was the lowest wick at the lowest low for the huge breakout from the supply zone, the massive demand zone at that level.
New trade zone opened. New trade zone
And
opened.
like I said, over the months and years, you will also train your eyes to see stuff like this. Okay, and basically from that zone, you would have been able to take in a buy position and a long position all the way up back to the previous wick zone. Okay, I actually call this method, before I used to call this method the JW Wick method, which is John Wick method. So basically, we are sniping candle wicks in the market, just like John Wick in the movie John Wick with Keanu Reeves. So I'd like to call, actually I should be calling this method the John Wick method. So if you master this method, you will be able to make a lot of profits in the market. And you can see on the 1 hour time frame how many 1 hour candles these are. All right, this is the US oil chart, and we are using the same wick method combined with the trend line to find our sniper John Wick zones where we can snipe the market with big lots and hold till the next lowest low wick is reached. Okay, so there was one complete full wave, and then from bottom up we have another complete full wave to the previous trend line, and that's it. Okay, so this is how powerful the method is. And if you are a person who is relying on signal groups, you can use this method to validate the signals that you are getting, and you can also train your
New
eyes
trade zone opened.
to start seeing these zones in the market. So again, I'm going to cut this video right here. It's pretty simple and pretty straightforward. Maybe let's jump onto one more chart. Let's look at maybe NASDAQ, right? If you are a person who trades NASDAQ, right, you can see here I marked the chart over here. That was the previous candle wick zone, right? And we can see if I do this correctly according to the candle wick tail, right? And like I said, the method is to move the block up the same spacing as the block according to the candle wick size. That will give you the next entry for the sniper entry into the market. So let me move the block up as it is the same size of the candle wick, right? Same size. And we can see that it's not completely full, but if we take the previous two red candles at the red zone, the two red candles there, if we take the full size of those candles, right, and let's now move it up onto the edge of that candle, right, we will see now that we get the correct 50% mitigation on the supply zone, and then we get the snap entry. All right, that's all you have to do. That's all you have to do to find nice entries into the market. Okay, it's how you're gonna find the snapper entries. It's just using the John Wick method. And also, if you take a simple trend line, you find your candle wick, and then pull it all the way across the chart, right? We find the next John Wick snapper entry into the market. All right, look at that. There's nothing else for me to show you in 2023 in how to trade the markets. Okay, that is a golden entry into the markets, right? No one will give you this entry in the market. Trust me, no signal group will give you this type of entry. Nowhere in the whole world, nobody will give you this entry. The only thing that will give you this entry is my John Wick method entry. Okay, it is the only way to trade. Okay, and if you can master this, it is so simple. Combine one trend line with the sniper wick levels,
New
and
trade
all you have
zone
to do
opened.
is just sit back, wait for the market to come to that sniper zone, and then bang the market with a huge lot and sit back and relax. Okay, so I think I'm going to stop right here. This is like the third chart now. You can keep going into every single chart and you will find these John Wick sniper zones. Okay, let's go to odd USD. Here it was a bit tricky. Okay, but again, focus on the candle wick zones. Just focus on the candle wick zones and let's see what we can see. Candle wick there, candle wicks there. All right, candle wicks there. Let's try again. Candle wick there, candle wick there. So as you can see, we intersect the bottom line with that candle wick, and then we intersect it with that candle wick there, right? So by doing this, all you're going to do is do a 50% mitigation of that space, right? So 50% mitigation of that space, right? And you'll see that there's a high probability that anywhere in that zone is where you could basically enter a trade. And also, if you know something about market markers, which are basically it's called bearish, it's called dormant bearish order block sell zones. This is what a bearish breaker is. This is what a bearish breaker is, right? So if you can train your eyes to see stuff like that, if you can train your eyes to see bearish breakers, you will also be able to find zones like that on higher time frames. But in any
New
case,
trade zone opened.
if you are just using the John Wick method, right, on the M15 and the M30, you should be able to find sniper zones in the market. All right, so this one was actually going to be found accurately on the 3 hour chart. So this we are under now the 3 hour chart, right? So sometimes you will find the sniper on a higher time frame more clearly and more accurately. You just need to keep looking. All right. All right, guys, I will be cutting this video right now. I hope you understand the method. It's a candle wick method, right? I've shown you on the goal chart, right? If you can practice on the goal chart, you'll be able to make a lot of money safely entering with snipers entries into the market. And also you can practice on Nasdaq or whichever currency that you like. But as you can see right here, I've called the market completely accurately based on the same sniper zones, as well as based on the market structure. I've also called the bullish upwave from when the market was right down here. Okay, I've also called it accurately 100%. And many other markets have also called the euro odd bullish daily push from the sniper zone. From however, the sniper zone I've not actually shared it in the private group because I was actually busy at the time. But I did tell the guys that this would be a retest zone. Um, so I did post in the group telling the guys there'd be a market retest zone happening at that level. And I was 100% correct, and we can see the huge upwave. Again, this is based on the John Wick sniper entry using the Camel Wick strategy. Alright guys, hope this helps you trading in 2023 and helps you to find sniper entries in the market. If this is the only strategy you need to use, nothing else, you don't need to use any other type of strategy, okay? Just using this strategy only and you'll be able to make a lot of money in 2023. Alright guys, I will see you guys in the future, maybe on another video if I need to, or maybe I will possibly um, share, maybe I will start sharing daily sniper entries on a daily chart. Maybe I will start posting that on my channel. But if you just want the secret John Wick method, here you go, you have it now for 2023 and you can start using it and making tons of money. All right guys, catch you on the next video.